Spoiler alert, it's mostly music and not much fashion or film. God damn it. Beautiful girl. Am I going to end up liking this more than Brat? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jerry Bees, and we get to live on such a lucky day. We're all so lucky. I can't remember a time where I've felt more lucky, more humble, more grateful to be breathing the air on this rock floating through space as I am today. Because today we are reacting to the new Charli XCX album, Music, Fashion, Film. Now, I know I said a similar thing the last time we reacted to Charli XCX, but that was for a soundtrack. That was for the soundtrack of Wuthering Heights. It did definitely have all of Charli's fingerprints all over it, but the entire time I was listening to that, I was like, what would she have done otherwise if it wasn't used for the direction of a film, much like how I adored Brat. I don't know how many times I could say this here on the channel, but Brat was one of my all-time favorite albums, period, but definitely one of the best albums, at least in my opinion, that we've reacted to here on the channel. So I just hold her in such high regard, and it might be a little unfair to think about how awesome I thought that album was when reacting to this album here tonight. Haven't heard a ton about this album. You know me, I don't really go on the music forums and read a ton before I react to an album. Anything I hear about an album is usually through osmosis, but I did have one friend say that this was indie sleaze revival. And we had another person here in chat saying that it was akin to the Velvet Underground, so maybe there's some of that in store for us tonight. About the Velvet Underground, I've never been a huge Velvet Underground guy. Like, I kind of fuck with some of the songs. I like Lou Reed, Andy Warhol, Campbell's Chicken Noodle Soup, yada, 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 yada. So we'll see what it's like today. I can't imagine that it's going to be terribly different from everything else I've ever heard from her, but maybe I get spoiled. Maybe I end up loving this more than Brat. That opportunity, that chance is always there for us. Spoiler alert, it's mostly music and not much fashion or film. God damn it. You're telling me that I bought this album and we're not getting fashion or film in this at all? Because your boy can use some fashion. I have graphic tees and like athletic shorts, and that's what I'm wearing 9 times out of 10. Film-wise, there's better directors than Martin Scorsese. I know he's on the album cover. She made a companion short film, though, so the film part is kind of addressed. Nope, don't care. We're only listening to the album, bud. If you want to hang out with us live, or you want to go to the Patreon and get these reactions uncut before they come out on YouTube for just $1, check out all the links in my description. You'll figure it out there. I think it's fun when you click links. You know, it is a real testament to the power of technology that you can just click something with your thumb, or if you're using one of these, and you just click something and it brings you somewhere magical. It brings you to an entirely new place, which is what music does. Life imitates art. That was impressive. All right, so here we are. This is Charli XCX with Music, Fashion, Film, coming in at only a half hour long. Thank you, Charli. Thank you. All these artists out here saying, I need 87 minutes to tell my story. Charli's like, fuck that. I'm a bump that, and then I'm gonna get in the studio, I'm gonna make a record, and then I'm gonna get the fuck out. I applaud your brevity, Charlotte. I'm into the whole brevity thing. Ladies and gentlemen, without any other time to waste, because Lord knows we got too much of that, this is Music, Fashion, Film by Charli XCX, coming in 30 minutes, 8 seconds on my end. We don't use Spotify anymore. This is Rock Music by Charli XCX. Let's get it started.
Me and my friends, we go out to the next. I think the dance floor is dead, so now we're making rock music.
so good. Oh, it got even better. It got even better. She said, I know you like it. I take it away. I take it away. As soon as you say you like it, I take it away. I am the captain here is what Charli XCX said. Yeah, no, this is great. I make no mistake about this here on the channel, right? My wheelhouse, my daily driver. I'm more of a rock and roller than anything else. And this isn't just lip service here. Rock music. This was some rock music. We had some guitars. We had some heavy riffs here. But still not selling herself out to like a new sound or anything. Still incorporating all of those electronic elements that people go to Charli XCX for, and her way of, you know, whether it's a little bit more aggressive, like in Brad, or a little bit more emotional, like some of the things that we saw on the Wuthering Heights soundtrack. Right here when she's like, we're making rock music, and it's the rock, you know, they're just copy pasting that through Ableton or Fruity Loops or whatever the hell they use for this. And lyrically, it's like anything else, you know. I think the dance floor is dead. I got a kick out of we kiss each other, real incestuous vibes, and then I just thought it was funny. All right, I'm not into getting off on that. I do really like the show Game of Thrones, some real incestuous vibes there, but nothing I can take on the dance floor with me. You might get a little bit more out of this if the dance floor is more your scene. Now, who do we have here on the album cover? I know Martin Scorsese, right? Everybody got Absolute Cinema, all that shit, right? I'm just saying, so this is music, this is fashion, this is film. Some real poetic lyrics there. Yeah, no, there's the unabashed, this is just what it is. Now, I have been cucked by Charli XCX in the past, where the first track off that Wuthering Heights soundtrack was just so good, and I was kind of left wanting a little bit more by the end of that one. I didn't take it too personally because it was a soundtrack, right? Chains of Love was a great track for me. I really liked that one. It just didn't have as many returns as like maybe Brad did for me, where, you know, I can just put the entire album on and listen to it. Mark Jacob for fashion. John Cale, Mark Jacobs, Scorsese. Yeah, dude, Chains of Glass was great. I'm really banging my head. It's there. All the elements to bang your head are there, but we'll see if this sound gets its chance to really shine on all these other tracks here. Will the indie sleaze perpetuate through my pores? Perpetuate past my pores? Perpetuate through personal pores? Perpetually pass through personal pores? I don't know. This is SS26.
Walking on a runway that goes straight to hell. Nothing's gonna save us, not music, fashion, or film. Spring, summer, 26. When the world is gonna end, no hope for any of it. Yeah, we're walking on a runway that goes straight to hell. And politics could work as a press strategy, and my heritage could give me quite the USP. Can't hide the fact I'd rather take the easy road. Yeah, I think I'll be alright if I look good in the clothes. 6. When the world is gonna end, no hope for any fit. Yeah, we're walking on a runway that goes straight to hell. I know I was hacked. It got taken out. Think my politics could work as a press strategy, and my heritage could give me quite the USP. Can't hide the fact I'd rather take the easy road.
Proper shit. Am I gonna end up liking this more than Brat? Maybe. So SS26, standing for Spring Summer 26. We are in that right now. This is July 29th, 2026 that we're recording this right here. And, you know, sometimes I do play this terrible game, this very risky game I play sometimes of calling songs a little too on the nose. Sometimes I like a little bit more subtlety, and that's something that I say about a lot of like during COVID, post-COVID songs, where there aren't a ton that I can really listen to without rolling my eyes. There's a few of them, right? Like Lockdown by Anderson .Paak is one that I absolutely adore. And there's a lot of doom. There's a lot of gloom. And I don't really blame you for feeling that way, if you look at current events. But I really like the way that she goes about incorporating the album title, or maybe this is how we found the album title here. And I like how she incorporates that all into the lyrics. The world's going to end, no hope for any of it. Yeah, we're walking on a runway that goes straight to hell. Nothing's going to save us, not music, fashion, or film. So as an artist, you have these outlets. You have these things that give you meaning to your life. Music, fashion, film, writing, paper mache, fucking AI prompts. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not art. But you get what I mean, right? And so, you can hopefully find some solace in these things while you have them. And I liked, I like this edition right here. Yeah, I think I'll be all right. I think I'll be all right if I look good in the clothes. So maybe we're all meeting our end, but at least I'll be looking good. I'll be looking fly. I'll be looking quite snatched while it's happening. Did not expect this to be more of a rock thing, guys. This is quite something. Now it can kind of break from that style. We've definitely seen many albums here on the channel that have, on the whole, a distinct style for each of the songs. But we might just get one that kind of breaks the pace just a little bit, sends us somewhere else. So maybe we get something that's a little bit more clubby, a little bit more danceable, in the traditional Charli XCX end of things. But I'm thoroughly enjoying it as the boomer zoomer rock guy that I am. Subtlety can go fuck itself in these days. We need to celebrate subtlety. I mean, generally speaking, yes, I think that is how it's treated, because you want to be the most fervent, you want to be the most unabashed in anything that you're doing, because you have to fight for so much attention. There's only so little attention that you can fight for. So when it's there, it's there, and you can't miss it. If Brat is the party, this is the afters at 5 a.m. That's a way of putting it. I mean, I'm already feeling a little bit more heady, but there was a lot of things to kind of chew on in Brat as well. That's fine. Just bear it in mind. The bear in my mind is very happy. I know writers who use subtext and they're all cowards. Well, God forbid people think about anything. I don't catch all the subtlety. I get yelled at in the comments about not catching subtlety sometimes. That's bad on me. I got to use my thinky bits a little bit more. Full frontal intention. There is a time and a place for full frontal intention. I will not disagree with you there. So we move on. This is Card Declined.
Let's go shopping. I'll buy a handbag. I'll buy some shoes. I'll buy a smile. I'll buy safe. Card declined. I'll buy some shopping. Let's go shopping. Let's go jewelry. Let's go shopping. I'll buy a handbag. I'll buy some shoes. A whole new life. Card declined.
What's the Sky Fiera show?
Card declined. Let's go shopping. I'll buy a handbag. I'll buy some shoes. I'll buy a smile. I'll buy a whole new life. Card declined.
Okay.
I keep thinking about you.
Okay, I'm like absolutely loving this so far. The instrumentation is what it is. I'll try to not belabor the points of that. I'm loving all the guitar sounds. They're throwing some vocals into different channels, so sometimes I'm only getting the vocals out of the left channel. All that's kind of been applied to the 3 songs that we've listened to here so far. But like, Charli is me, IRL, right? I am Charli. Charli is me. I think Brat was like so personal, but there were also so many things that could be related to other people and their experiences, where I feel like it's a little bit more everybody else's experience, but through Charli's lens here. Because obviously, you know, she's loaded, so she can afford jewelry and all that. But a lot of people are, you know, they might suffer from shopping addiction or maybe shopping therapy. You know, where they're feeling a little bit down. Let's go buy a new bag. Let's go get this. Let's go get that. Card declined. Shows you that you shouldn't be putting all of your stock into material possessions, because by the end of the song, which that fake out and with the switch up works brilliantly here, because it's showing 2 different frames of mind, because all this is happening, card declined, I can't, you know, find those things that will give me this cheap fulfillment, even though I'm spending a lot of money on it. I keep thinking about you every day. I keep thinking about you every single night, where maybe the real fulfillment is in somebody else. It is in your relationships. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm starting to think that people don't give Charli XCX enough credit. Now, that's based off of nothing. I just love Charli XCX, and I think she deserves more credit for doing anything. Charli XCX walked down the road. That's the best anybody's walked down that goddamn road. We have one person in here positing that this song was Sky Ferreira shade. And I asked why, and they said they were beefing a few months ago and Sky's card probably got declined. I don't know. Let's just all think that it's that. Let's just think that this is Sky Ferreira's musical effigy here. Is there a response to Taylor track on here called Actually Unbothered and Well Written? Oh, I highly doubt it. This is Camera.
Talking about the ones on the pavement, 'cause that look, it's a bullet. It makes me question what I'm doing. Do I wanna make music? Am I being fucking stupid if I try to be a girl on the screen? Cameras on. It makes me wanna throw my life away, 'cause I feel different on them. All I know is how it makes me feel, and it makes me feel how it makes me feel. Yeah, it makes me feel how it makes me feel. When the camera's on, I can be anything I wanna be, and I can feel the things I don't normally feel. Yeah, I can find me. I don't feel embarrassed even if I suck. I'm always craving an experience that feels danger. Feel like I'm not actually me.
Well, that was the happiest song I've ever heard in my entire goddamn life. Yeah, so this one was a little bit more repetitive just because I think it's just a little bit more simpler song. You know, the composition is a lot more simple here, but I think we have a lot of food for thought to stew on in the place of maybe more complex compositions, more instruments being thrown in. This is really interesting here. I have the lyrics up on my end, right? But let's be honest, I'm talking about the ones on the pavement, because that look, it's a bullet, makes me question what I'm doing. Do I want to make music? Am I being fucking stupid if I try to be a girl on the screen when I'm turning 34? I'm interpreting that as like Charli definitely realizes her place and maybe how lucky she is, and then feeling guilt about maybe having self-doubt, maybe having these self-deprecating thoughts when her life is otherwise very, it's definitely the envy of a lot of people. And this, I'm talking about the ones on the pavement. Is that like homeless people? Like, so she's looking at their position and, you know, juxtaposed to her position and goes like, what am I doing? Like, I'm making fucking music. Like, do I even deserve this? And the question of, you know, do I want to be the girl on the screen when I'm 34? No, it makes me feel. Maybe music makes her feel great, but maybe when the camera's on, she has to kind of put out this specific kind of image for people. But then there's this where's the line? I can be anything that I want to be, and I can feel the things I don't normally feel. That might not be the best thing because it's like looking down the barrel of a gun. And this is too much. Charli, I love you so much. And we got a lot of whether it's ideation or just feeling as though you're just fucking helpless in your position. But I really need you to stick around, girl, because I'm meeting all this up. Oh, okay. So it's not necessarily homeless people I'm thinking about, but maybe Hollywood Boulevard, the Walk of Fame here. But let's be honest, I'm talking about the ones on the pavement. Because that look, it's a bullet. Ha ha. It feels dangerous to put yourself out there and chase your dreams. Yeah, and then, I mean, you put anything out there. I know it's a little bit different for me, but I can just tell you as somebody who puts content out there that, comes from nothing. I'm the one that has to fucking make it, even though it is inherently derivative. There is that like, oh, what are people gonna say about this? And that was a roadblock for me starting this. But then it's like you got to try and not give a fuck, or at least let it in enough to where you only let the constructive criticism in. Remember when I first started making YouTube videos, my friend was like, I could not do that. I could not handle people talking shit about me. Well, those are just not the comments you look for. But there's also, you put it out there, you feel really happy about it, or you like, oh man, I'm so glad for people to see this, and then it's not well received, or it doesn't get the clout that you thought it was going to get. That shit plays with you. It really does. I think she's talking about what if she abandoned music and pursued her acting career. I can see, yeah, I think there's a couple different ways you can go with this. I can definitely see that, especially with the line, I can feel the things I don't normally feel. You're putting yourself in a position, and knowing Charli is this kind of an escapism thing. It could be, or maybe I'm looking too far into it. All right, moving on. We got the song 2007. What was I doing in 2007? I was watching the Cleveland Indians lose to the Boston Red Sox in the ALCS. I was listening to Beautiful Girl. Rihanna launched Umbrella. Started watching SmackDown. Is that all that happened in 2007? That was in 4th grade.
I can take you to heaven like kids, 2007. Pop star in my bedroom like kids, 2007. I can take you to heaven like kids, 2007. Pop star in my bedroom like kids, 2007. Pictures on the sofa, 2007. Pop star in my bedroom like kids, 2007. I can take you to heaven like kids, 2007. Pop star in my bedroom like kids, 2007.
Okay. Yeah, so that was
I can take you to heaven.
2007. And the song's about calling back to yesteryear, 2007, and it's meeting me in a good place, right? And this is outside of the fact that I will apologize for most everything Charli XCX does. 2007's like one of those like core memory years for me. Transformers came out. Everything I just told you. I don't know. I feel like 2007 is like baked into my mind. 2014 to 2016. Actually, I'd say 2014 to 2017. That's all there. 2020 for every reason that everybody hates. 2024. And then 2026 has been like whatever. Yeah, those are like 2012. Who can forget 2012? In 2012, everybody was thinking that 2013 was going to be their year, when in actuality, 2012 is where it was. 2007 was the year my cat was born. Better yet. Peak Black Parade era. Yeah, dude. Like the Seenie Weenies were all there in their raccoon eyeliner. Now, I did not have a pop star in my bedroom in 2007. That would have been wildly inappropriate. But nevertheless, Charlie's a little bit older than I am, so maybe she had a different experience. I wouldn't know, couldn't know, can't go back. Yeah, this one was good. Definitely keeping the themes of the instrumentals and really everything else. All right, we're moving on. This is I'm Afraid.
Happiness came in a box, never meant that much before, till I met someone who knew how to balance who I am. I'm a wife, I'm a kid, I'm destroyed, I'm a bitch, I'm too drunk, I can't sleep, I can't feel, I'm afraid, I'm afraid, I'm afraid, I'm nothing without him. Wanna take the ring, take the ring. It's complicated how I feel. No, I'm not supposed to say, but I have to get it out like selfishly. I'm a wife, I'm a kid, I'm destroyed, I'm a bitch, I'm too drunk, I can't sleep, I can't feel, I'm afraid, I'm afraid.
So, I could go on with my thoughts, but who came here for that? In the chat here, I like an idea that's being tossed around that this one really feels like it deserves to be on a Twilight soundtrack, particularly New Moon. If you've seen that movie, at the end, right? Right? That was at the end of that one. When Edward asked Bella to marry him, and she goes, oh, and then the movie ends, right? So yeah, this one is it's weird because here on the channel we have reacted to this album May Contain Hope, to which Ray really wanted to find her husband. Where is my husband? I want to be a wife so goddamn bad. And here Charlie's like, I'm kind of nervous. First time getting married, kind of nervous. I doubt that's what Charli actually said, but here she's kind of insinuating something like that deep down within her, and obviously, this might not do a ton for you because it's not the standard Charli XCX club bangers. This is the heady Charli. This is the pensive and quiet in a corner Charli, and we're getting that all out here. Maybe being afraid that, you might not be a wife, or, hey, kids of divorce out there, where are you? Going like, fuck, am I destined for the same fate? I'm nothing without him. So maybe putting a little bit too much stock in your other person. Again, I still think it's kind of true, though, that it's more so of a general kind of experience through Charli's lens, rather than what I felt Brat was, which was really, it's Charli's experiences, and then if you can kind of relate to anything in there, more power to you. It feels the same, but it's coming at me differently, and that's actually explicitly what it is, because it doesn't sound nearly the same. But maybe it's just meeting me in a different place. Kind of like the difference between inductive and deductive reasoning. Let's just keep it going here. This is, yeah.
I don't wanna. Wait, now I wanna feel it. Yeah. You don't wanna. You don't wanna. You don't wanna. You don't wanna. You don't. You might. You don't. You don't. You don't wanna. No, you don't wanna. You don't. Now you wanna feel it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you wanna feel it.
You gonna speed this back up? this one is just waiting for the remix album. You know, like how we got with Brat, and it's the same thing, except there's 3 more songs, so it's not. I feel like this one's just waiting to get remixed. Not a ton to say on here, other than sometimes you want to do things, other times you don't. But in the off chance, if you do, you might be with somebody who doesn't, but give them a little bit of time, and they might wanna. As we can see here, and this is why you got to listen to lyrics. It says, now I feel it. You don't wanna. X4. You don't. You might, but then you don't. And then you wanna. There's been many such cases, ladies and gentlemen, and I only have you to thank for your attention to this matter. Yeah. Do you want to? Do you want to? Subscribe to the channel and click the like button, because I never ask you guys to do that. I hardly ever ask you guys to do that. Maybe once or twice I've done that in the past, but I generally just forget to tell you guys to subscribe, because usually I think that if you want to subscribe to somebody, you're going to do it without them telling you to do it or asking you to do it. So usually I never tell you, but if you subscribed and or liked the video, I'd really appreciate it. We got Wink Wink.
I used to lick cream of strawberries in the summer. Maybe I fucked your dad.
Oh.
Just kidding, I'm only saying that for a fact. No, you don't get me, no you don't. It's the truth and I gotta be honest. I'm not a bad girl anymore, I promise. It's the truth and I gotta be honest. Girl anymore, wink, wink, wink. Wink, wink. I used to say scream if you wanna go faster, but then I sold my Porsche. Don't get me, no you don't get me, no you don't. It's the truth and I gotta be honest. I'm not a bad girl anymore, I promise. It's the truth, no people can change.
I don't know if I believe you, Charlie. I think you are a bad girl, but I think that's what makes you you. God, I sound like an old movie producer. The papers might hate you, but I love you. I bet Martin Scorsese said that once or twice. He would be the type of dude to say something like that. Take the cigar out of his mouth. This picture's gonna do gangbusters. Something like that. I don't know. Yeah, this one was fun. This one was one of the more lighthearted ones here. I kind of just really dug the beat. Everything else, I feel like we've already kind of gotten on this album before. You know, there's this sense of validation and confirmation that Charli needs from other people, and you know, maybe that's been drowned out by partying or, you know, substances in the past, or just making bad choices. But it seems as though she's turning a new leaf, as it were. You know, and looking for a new road, which instrumentally we're right here. This one felt the most Disney teeny weeny pop drama. Not that that's a bad thing. Not that that's a bad thing at all. I think it speaks to a little bit more innocent things. And again, it's Charli XCX doing what she does best. It's a quick get in, make them bop their head, maybe think a little bit, and then get the fuck out. We got one song at the very end of the album that's like over 3 minutes. Card Decline was over 3 minutes, but everything else is really quite succinct. Scorsese's actually a girly pop. Let's move right on to Persona. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Sometimes I wonder if you realize the way you come across, it's kind of crazy. Wish I did when you see me coming. Don't wanna confront it, I'm scared, I'm annoying. You call me your best friend to keep me at arm's length. I'd write you a letter, but you'd probably burn it, deflect it. I gotta say I do respect the commitment to the bit. Now that's for summer. We're both under the influence of my. Don't fucking choke on your ego when you see me coming. I know you're performing, I know that you're hurting, so you try to hide it when you see me coming. Don't wanna, yeah, I think
So was that the Fast Times at Showgirl? What? Not Fast Times at Ridgemont High. The life and times of Showgirl Taylor Swift. Was this a response to Taylor Swift's song off of Life of a Showgirl? I'd be floored if that's what it actually was, because I was floored when I heard that. Now there was no lift from Where Is My Mind by the Pixies here, like we saw on Life of a Showgirl when everybody was like, this is the Charli song. And I just refuse to believe that. Why can't we play nice? Why can't we play nice? Now, this might not be what it is. You know, I think you can kind of extrapolate that to other instances, right, where you're beefing with somebody. I think it's supposed to reference to the movie and about her party girl brat persona. Well, yeah, so I kind of got on a loose thread here. But no, that makes sense. When you see me, I see you. Which plays into some of what we've been seeing here on the album. This trying to grow and evolve and learn from your past mistakes. You call me your best friend to keep me at arm's length. I'd write you a letter, but you'd probably burn it, deflect, and then shower me in adoration, rather. Yeah, and I think this idea of looking at yourself or looking at you and you seeing me, there is that mirrored kind of reflection there. To me, it's about Taylor because I want it to be. And that's the thing, though. There is enough plausible deniability here to where it works in both ways. This is actually fucking perfect. Sounds like it should be on this album. The way it's written, there are threads to other themes that we've read, at least I'm reading the lyrics, right? Or that we hear throughout the rest of the album. But also, it could be Charli calling Taylor Swift out. I don't know. I don't get paid enough to say. Would actually gag me if it was about Taylor. It would gag me too. And it would make me upset. And I think I'm suffering in my own mind here because I'm giving too much credence to shit I have no evidence for. Jerry, you're actually part of the Stan Twitter. Itself in perspection, Jerry. Persona. Persona could mean whatever part of yourself or somebody else that they're showing. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's happening within her. Yeah, don't say that like I'm supposed to get that the first try. Shame on you. You should expect differently of me. Your expectations of me are way too high. First of all. Second of all, I try. Third of all, you're right. Okay? It also doesn't necessarily mean it's about Blondie. Yes, but that's content. It'd be way more fun if it was, but there's enough plausible deniability here. I don't know if I could be a part of Stan Twitter, though. I think that part of me that could have joined a Stan Twitter at any space, whatever it is. I'll leave that to everybody else. Magic Metal Montana. Please don't tell me this is going to be a metal song. Doesn't sound like it's going to be a metal song.
Call you AG in my phone book. Feels so special just to know you. You're my best friend, but we don't talk. We make music, we talk that way. With only child stuff, we're the same. I'd be nothing without you. I think you taught me, I think I taught you. You believe me, I believe you. Thank you so much, I'm lucky, cause
See, we had another song on this album end like the same way where they just really slow the timing down and then it just abruptly ends. And they end about as abruptly as they start. Yeah, I like this one. This one doesn't have as much, self-doubt in it. It is towards the end of the album. It kind of feels like we've gone somewhere, right? This one's about really kind of appreciating either the company or just connection that you have with somebody else. You're my best friend, but we don't talk. We make music. We talk that way, drink some whiskey, but not really. So you don't drink, so I'll drink too, which is the most Charli XCX thing I've ever heard in my life. Yeah, really loved the synths on one. That synth break was really good. And Blair hits it right on the head here. Anyway, love how new wave this one is. And I think putting the rock elements in that putting the rock elements in this album makes it easier to go to all the other analogous, closely related genres under the rock umbrella. And from there, you do get new wave, but then from new wave, you go to other electronic genres. So in a way, it's, kind of seeing the family tree of music, I guess. And I can see how going in this direction would make sense. And this one, it's a little bit closer to maybe, your typical electronic bass through and through Charli XCX song. But in vibe, considering like the pace of this album, none of the songs are, terribly like too quick. They aren't paced that fast. So it's not like anything's happening at breakneck speed. So just to say that it's fitting the atmosphere of the album quite well. A.G. Cook, you a good one. God bless you. Actually, God Cook. It's the real name there. Yeah, I was gonna say I forgot what the AG stood for or what it was. I think didn't we look that up during Brat? Alexander Guy, what a guy. He's also worked with Carolyn Polachek, which people have wanted me to react to, and I've heard some of it before. It is good. Sophie and Beyonce, Ariana Grande, and or Andre the Giant Cook. I'll go with Andre the Giant being Charli XCX's producer here. Ladies and gentlemen, we got one last one here. Wait, what? This is No One Lasts Forever featuring David Cronenberg. The director? Is it the real one? Because is his son named David Cronenberg too, and he makes shitty movies that I don't like? Brandon Cronenberg. Yeah, I don't like Brandon Cronenberg. He did that really terrible Infinity Pool movie that was absolutely dog. Hated it. But put Alexander Skarsgård in a dog leash, and I'm there for it. No, I did not like that movie. I hated that movie. To think that I almost went to the theater to see that because I was like, oh, Cronenberg, cool. And I was like, nah, maybe not. Anyway, welcome to the stage, Miss David Cronenberg, ladies and gentlemen, for No One Lasts Forever, the 5-minute and 42-second epic to close this one out.
Everyone knows my name, that I'm irresponsible and rude, that I'll put the drugs in my veins. So now I'm sitting. That's why I'm not scared of anyone, 'cause nothing's gonna last forever. But you need to discover that feeling of the crushing highs and lows of ego. And you're not gonna last forever. You're not gonna last forever. Nothing's gonna last forever. Nothing's gonna last forever. You're not gonna last forever. You're not gonna last forever. Nothing's gonna last forever. Nothing's gonna last
As I was lying there on the sidewalk, I did not think about art at all. I thought about people, I thought about life. Yes, sure. And that's why I like being close to my house. Somehow that was comforting, even though it makes no sense, But thank goodness for them, I really feel. And you hear me assuring you that oblivion is freedom. They are dead, they are gone. No one lasts forever. They are dead, they are gone. No one lasts forever. They are dead, they are gone. No one lasts forever.
Perfectly
they are dead,
bookended.
they are gone.
Perfectly
No
bookended.
one lasts forever. They are dead, they
God
are
damn it.
gone. No one lasts forever. They are dead. No one lasts forever. They are dead, they are gone. No one lasts forever. They are dead, they are gone. No one lasts forever. They are dead, they are gone. No one lasts forever. They are dead, they are gone. No one lasts forever. They are dead, they are gone. No one lasts forever. They are dead, they are dead, they are gone. No one lasts forever. They are dead, they are gone. No one lasts forever. They are dead.
And yeah, just like I was saying, that was like perfectly bookended. So I mean, the album basically starts out with just having a good time listening to rock music, art, and enjoying the time that you do have, and then you get to summer 2020 or spring summer 2026, and it's like, well, we're all gonna fucking die. Not even like music, fashion, or film can really save us from our ultimate end. And then the rest of the album is just like the experience in between, and then you finally have maybe this comforting conclusion, at least to think about. And I think this whole David Cronenberg part I absolutely loved, because I think ideologically really ties up the album right here. And you hear me assuring you that oblivion is freedom, and that you can create art to make a legacy. You can create this music, right? I can make YouTube videos, like whatever you do, whatever you create, and it can survive well past the time you're gone, but you're not going to experience that anymore. And so is there any real motivation to do it at all if you're not going to be around to experience it? It might be a different thing, but I think this might, find some way into somebody's head and maybe find some solace in there. That is a nice way of looking at it. Blair, I saw what you read. Hopefully you're doing okay. I'm hoping Charli XCX helped you in your grieving here. And if not, hopefully I did. Hopefully we all did. I think it's cool that the album starts out with rock music, SS 2026. I'm going to start that over. Yeah, I think it's cool that the album starts with like rock music, SS26, and camera, with insecurity and doubt about Charli when it comes to her art. And it ends by telling you that it doesn't matter and it's the people in your life. And that's definitely what like Magic Metal Montana was giving me. I think from a songwriting standpoint, this is way more edible than maybe Brat was. There's a lot more ideas going on. Does it leave me with a jam? Does it leave me bopping my head to Von Dutch? Not really, but it also, it wasn't supposed to be, right? This is its own album. This is Charli saying what she's feeling in a specific time and place, and this is what we got out of it. And I say all that, maybe I don't have my bop. Maybe this doesn't have as many returns for me just listening to it offhand, but it was still completely satisfying by the end of it. I felt the same way to a lesser degree about the Wuthering Heights soundtrack. But she's a proper artist, and I think she definitely idolizes the three men on the album cover, or at least might take inspiration or admire some of what they do. I just hope when she's Martin Scorsese's age, she's up on somebody else's album cover as well. Yeah, I did like the progression of this album. There was definitely a beginning, middle, and end, at least through Charli kind of placing where these songs were on the album. So as far as song placement on an album, which, we'll talk about here sometimes, and where certain songs might be misplaced on an album sometime, the through line from start to finish here, from insecurities to self-doubt to finding solace in the people around you and trying to find solace in the inevitable end of all of it, to really hone in the point that you got to enjoy the time while you have it. Maybe the times that you had in 2007 need to be remembered and held closer to your heart, even if it's a pop star in your bed or not. Ended up being satisfied by the end of it. It might take a couple more listens for me to get a song that I really like out of it, just like individual, but this is why we listen to the albums here, ladies and gentlemen. We don't listen to maybe individual songs. This was a very satisfying album for me to listen to, and was nothing short of what I expect from Charli XCX. We just gotta wait for the remix album. So that was my reaction to Music, Fashion Film by Charli XCX. As always, please let me know your thoughts on my thoughts down in the comments below. I thought this was a very proper Charli XCX release, but what did you think? Did you like Brat more? Did you like Wuthering Heights even more? Was just not your cup of tea? Was this the best Charli X you've ever heard? Let me know down in the comments below. Look all the links in my description. Patreon for early access and uncut videos. I've been Jerry B's. You've been awesome. Take it easy.
Diggity dog. Breaking. Diggity dog. Breaking.